What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Flannel Panel. It's a short cast today. Short cast? Is that how you say
Yeah,
that? Or
it's a small cast
small cast?
with big
I feel
guys.
like it's not the forecast. I don't know. Well, we got a couple here. Jason is en route apparently, so we'll see what that means. He did go out for dinner, and if you know Jason and what he's been up to lately, especially last night, we got a text in the middle of the night. Jason was cheersing some people
Oh,
for a
that was
birthday.
classic.
Yeah, so we'll see if he's alive and if he can make it, but he's having a heck of a week so far. So you got Troy and myself for the evening, and we'll have some fun. What's going on,
Yeah,
Troy? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to see you. I'm looking forward to having a drink with somebody.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of sad, drinking by yourself. So it's always nice. When I was a friend of mine, a guy that I used to go on our fishing trips, our Canada fishing trip, an older guy, we'd stop by and visit him every once in a while. That's the first thing he'd say. I'm glad you stopped by. Just want to have a drink with somebody, So he
nice.
kind of reminds me
It's
of that.
always better to have a drink with somebody, right?
Yeah, it
Even
gives you an
virtually.
excuse. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. James is here. How's it going, James? Good to see you. Conway, as always, saying, "Hey, James," and I guess it's time to grab an adult beverage. I think so. Grab yourself a beverage, maybe throw a flannel on, and chime in the comments. We could probably use some chatter today. So let's go. Andrew West is here. Hey, Conway, and hey, boys. Andrew, how are you doing? He was supposed to jump on last week, but then didn't. So we'll have to have Andrew on again soon. But apparently, I have to pre-warn you for the Canadian content. If there's too many Canadian people on at one time, it scares you. Is that what it is?
Oh well, no. I feel like I'm getting ganged up on, and you guys are like plotting against me, kind of thing. You
Plotting
know,
against the T's, though. I don't think that's even
maybe
a
if
thing.
Jason was here with me to hold my hand, but
Oh, is that it? Okay.
no, I can't think
Okay.
of. You and Andrew aren't very scary, so you guys are a couple nice guys.
I hope not. And then throw Dave in the mix too. Dave's actually out Andrew's way.
Oh,
Dave from the Brolaws went to visit BC, and Andrew missed him by a couple days or something like that. He was hoping to meet up with that guy because Andrew really wants to have a drink with Dave, and I completely agree with him. Dave Kenny is one of the best guys to have a pour with because he's a goofball. You and Dave need to have a pour together, Troy. That would be
yeah.
fun.
I'm hoping maybe this summer we'll make our way up to Canada for a little weekend meetup or something.
Yeah, we got to do that. That would be awesome. Meet in Niagara or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, head up there, have some wine, bring some pours. I think it'd be good. Michelle's going to be in BC next week. What are you doing there? Andrew,
Oh,
did you know this? Are you going to hook up with Michelle for a pour or something like that? I guess you got to be careful on how you.
they'll probably bump into each other. It's not a very big place, is it?
I mean, it's, yeah, not big at all. Uh, oh, wow. Conway's going to be trying to finish off a bottle of Troy's new riff. I still have two backups. That was
Ooh.
one of the smartest decisions you've ever done. No, maybe not you've ever done, but I've ever done anyway. Was buy a few of those because they're great. So
Well, yeah. I'd like to send me your progress. I'd like to stay up to date on how he's doing on that bottle. Too bad we can't
yeah,
get some pictures or something.
top off a bottle of Troy's new riff. That's the Maverick, right?
Maverick. Yeah.
Jason had some of that last night in that epic
Oh yeah. I
toast
feel like we
video.
almost need to explain
I
because
wish I could put it on. I don't have the capabilities tonight to show that. Although I don't know if we need it to be shown. But
no, I don't think we need to show it. But
there may
he,
be a flannel panel T-shirt in the works, though, from what I understand.
yeah, he's just such a nice guy. He didn't want to leave anybody's bottle out. So everybody that has sent him bottles. So he did 4 different toasts just to include everything. But unfortunately, I think some of those pours were a little heavy. 2-3 ounce.
I don't know if it was unfortunate or planned, but yeah, they were heavy pours, and they were all out of horns, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
His
most
horns
basic.
are a little different than the horn he bought for us because his are like cups.
Oh,
You can set them down, but once you grab hold of your horn, you can't lay it down. It'll, you're, You're committed. You're horn
I feel like
committed.
you got to explain that a little bit better, Troy.
Well, ours, yeah, my horn, my horn. It's just a actual. There's no flat spot, so it's just you're gonna spill it. You gotta hold on
The
till it's
hand
empty.
gestures are great with this as well.
Well, I'm trying. I don't have it with an arm
I don't
wrench, or I
know.
would show somebody
It came with a holster, didn't it, or a holder?
a holder. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't figure out how it's held up. So
Did you get the extra aftermarket holder? The
I did
wooden.
not get. That's the holster that Corey got for the fishing weekend, right? Is that
Well,
what that
no,
is?
that's something completely different. But like my
Oh,
cup came with a horn
with
holder, but it also came with a
the wooden
jigsawed
stand.
wooden stand,
Yeah,
and
it's.
that's much better.
I feel like you need to be in NASA to understand how to set it up, though,
Yeah.
because I can't figure that up.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I hate talking about horns when Jason's not on here.
Jason better get on for sure. Kim and Mark are here. Good to see you guys. Cheers to you. And Conway, I'm not sure. That's the fire skin.
I think he's
Not
talking about
sure.
foreskin. I think that was a typo.
Is that yeah? I can't, the yeah, I see where you're going with that. Yeah. Well, are you drinking anything from the horn tonight?
Well, I need to get the horn out, but I am drinking a nice pour tonight. We had it's so funny. Or anyway, we had a little unscheduled whiskey Wednesday tonight.
Oh
Dave
yeah.
stopped over, and he's getting in the habit of traveling. He brings these little sample bottles with him.
Look at that.
And he was always wanting to buy them. Here, try this. So this one tonight was actually really good. I could figure, I knew it was a rye in higher proof, but it ended up being it's the Smoke Wagon malted rye.
Oh, cool.
Cast strength, which I don't know that much about Smoke Wagon ryes. I don't know if that's the only rye they have, or if the malted rye is different than they have a standard rye.
I have no clue.
Because I saw a couple reviews of the Smoke Wagon ryes I saw initially weren't that good, but this is really good. I think it's got that buttery texture to it, creamy, and so I like it. But
cool.
I think Ty has had several, and I was kind of hoping to ask him about it.
Ty's MIA tonight. We have no idea where he is. It's almost like he's a magician. Yeah. JT's here. What's going on, JT?
JT, what do you know about?
He would
Smoke
know.
Wagon rye.
He would know for sure. Smoke Wagon rye. I'm also drinking a rye tonight, and I haven't drank it yet, but I think a few people in chat will probably have had it. And it's that Sagamore double oaked. So this is we got this and the base Sagamore. So this was $100 up here. It was fairly pricey, but I've heard good reviews. We were talking earlier, the Bourbon Junkies just did a recent video-ish where they threw a couple Sagamores up. So I was like, you know what? Let's give this a shot. So that's what I'll be tasting tonight. And you just bought a Sagamore, did you?
I saw the same video, and I went and bought a bottle. So that's some influencing for you.
Yeah, no kidding.
I got I can't remember what it's called, cast strength or barrel proof or full proof, whatever they call it. But yeah, it's very good.
Nice. JT's saying Smoke Wagon's cast strength is 100% malted rye.
Okay.
All right. And you like that New Riff malted rye a lot too, didn't you?
I do. Yeah, it's one of my.
That's one of your favorites.
Of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one smells awesome so far. But what are you drinking now? Are you still got that pour?
That's what I have in here. Yeah.
I'm
still drinking the.
So how deep was Whiskey Wednesday this week?
It was just like 2 drinks, real quick.
That's it?
Yep. Kind of that was how it was intended to be. Originally, he was just kind of swing by on his way home from work, and we were going to have a drink.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be 3 or 4 drinks, and then like Patty would sit with us for a little bit, and then Sue would come, and the next thing you know, the girls thought we needed food, and it got to be a whole thing, and got to be like a dinner party. Yeah, it would last till 9 o'clock at night. So, which is fun.
Tuned right up for Flannel.
Yeah, I mean that's fun. It just takes a little planning.
Yeah, that's true. All right, sorry, 51% malted rye, and so it's 100% rye, but the 51% malted rye. Gotcha. Gotcha. That'd
I've
be
also
interesting.
had arguments with Eric Greenway about the new Riff malted rye.
Yeah,
He gets to call them that like a single malt, which I think a single malt is referring to barley, right?
I believe
So
so.
yeah,
Yeah.
whenever I start making fun of scotches or he's like, well, you like that new Riff? I'm like, well, that's not the same thing.
Hmm. Wow. This is definitely double oaked. There's a lot of oak on this one. This Sagamore Spirit double oaked. This is 49%, something like that. Was it on here? 48%. So close to that
Yeah,
100 proof. That's
100's
not bad
not
at all.
bad.
Oh, yeah,
Not a bad proof.
lot of oak on that right now for the. We just cracked it, but it's the nose is awesome. So yeah, I think 100% malt, like a single malt, would be a Scotch or malted barley, like that kind of thing, or Irish could be that as well.
Yeah, I think that's what they're referring to, and I can't remember. It
I
was
guess
another podcast.
American whiskey or Canadian, if it's all malt, could be that, but it would be barley based, I believe. I believe.
I think on Will and Grease's on the podcast this week they were doing the Jack Daniel. Well, they were doing American single malts,
Yeah, that's right.
and I think it was that one that they were talking about. They're trying to make some definitions or roles, and I think one of them's going to be anything single malt's 100% barley or malted
Barley.
barley.
Yeah.
So like the new Riff, I don't know what the label says, but it won't be able to call itself single malt. It just is malted rye, so
Yeah.
it may still be
Gotcha.
legal, but yeah.
Yeah,
It's all
because when
TTB stuff that
I
no one pays attention to.
yeah, and if you think of like single malt, that's got to be Scotch, right? Like if you're ordering a single malt at a bar,
All
like
right.
I think that's intending Scotch, in my opinion.
And I will probably never do that.
Yeah, which I was just say you probably never have done. Never have done. I like some of the peated stuff, like a Lagavulin or
Wow.
something like that. Maybe it's the Offerman effect. You ever watch Parks and Rec?
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
pretty
so
cool.
like he's pouring the Lagavulin 16, and I'm like, I'll have one too, and it's enjoyable. That is that considered drinking with somebody?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
if
yeah.
if Nick
That works. Yeah.
Offerman's drinking on Parks and Rec, because I could just replay that a fair bit, right? And then
Oh, yeah.
I'm drinking
There's
with
been
somebody more.
many Saturday evening when Patty's come down, like, what are you doing? And I'm just like watching TV, just kind of.
Is that the Bourbon Junkies or the
Oh, yeah.
podcast?
I hang out with the Bourbon Junkies, twice a week.
We drink all the time together. Yeah, exactly. That's funny. I hope people are having a pour tonight. Conway is, we know that. But if you're in the chat, what are you guys drinking? What do you guys got going on tonight? Jason is in is it Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, I think Oklahoma City.
Yeah, Oklahoma, and he was he throwing some shade or throwing you some praise a bit
Yeah,
earlier?
I'm starting to get irritated with even on a nice trip like that to see his grandchild, people are still making fun of Ohio.
Well,
But I think
I couldn't mind you, I read it quick, but was he making fun of Ohio or making fun of
it was
Oklahoma?
kind of a Conway like backhanded compliment kind of thing. Like I
Oh,
thought
is that what
I feel bad for making fun of Ohio because I think Oklahoma's even worse kind of thing.
I see.
And then I don't know if you saw Casey jumped in and said actually Ohio's not worse, it's fourth from worse. I think he said Oklahoma, Connecticut, and I can't remember the other one. There was three other ones he listed ahead of us.
Yeah. Conway's like, "Hey, what do you mean this backhanded compliment?" So fourth from the worst is Ohio.
Yeah, that was his official ranking.
Gotcha. JT poured a WB Saffel. I've never tried one of those. Never had one. They
Yeah,
didn't make
those
it
are
up
good.
here, as most things don't, and I've never got into one of those. Although
I think
I've
those
heard good things.
little 375s, aren't they? The little
Yeah.
bottles, where they were.
I think I was around a couple at Whiskey Weekend Batch too, but I don't believe I got into any. So yeah, but it's turkey juice, isn't it?
That's what. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, Andrew West. So here's an statistic that you will not believe, Troy. So Andrew says I finished a couple Wild Turkey 101 old fashions. Did you know that Andrew just bought his first bottle of Wild Turkey 101 in the last 2 weeks?
No, did they not have it in BC or what?
Apparently not. He could not get it, and I'm like, I've probably killed 30 of them over COVID. Like, I
Oh,
don't yeah, like,
I
maybe not that many, but yeah.
I've actually kind of wiped out my local liquor store. They've been thin on the shelves over there. It's my go-to. Like, and I'll take what whatever else I'm buying, and I'll take one of these.
Yeah, me too. It's usually like just the goes with whatever you find.
Because not only is it good, there's no guilt in drinking it because you can always go get another one.
Yeah, I agree. So, Andrew, how is the Wild Turkey 101? Did you have to make an old fashioned with it, or is it a solid pour? That's a good question. JT's saying, "Yep, little bottles, whiskey Baron series from Campari, distilled that Wild Turkey." Okay, so did Campari like contract Wild Turkey to do that, or was it Wild Turkey barrels that they just kind of rummaged through and found? That's interesting.
Yeah,
Because
"Oh, we own all this. We're just gonna take this one and this one."
yeah, have you watched any of that Dixon Deadman podcast on
No, I've
YouTube?
not seen
So
it.
blending with bourbon, I think, and it's a guy named Mark from Golden Sheaf Bourbon, maybe something like that, and Dixon, and they have a podcast together. And it's great just to listen to if you're into the weeds and whiskey. If you like the down and dirty whiskey industry stuff, they get into it. It's a interesting little thing. So maybe I should save that for just a tip. But
Yeah, I was
Jason
just
sent
thinking.
Jason sent the link to us a while ago for one of those, and I checked it out, and it's been good. It's been fun to watch, interesting, and they talk about like barrels and aging and all that stuff, and tasting notes. It's funny to hear Dixon talk about tasting notes, especially because we know Nat, right, with her
Oh yeah,
incredible abilities with nose and tasting and stuff such. So yeah. Oh, and JT's the historian is here. Campari owns Wild Turkey. Oh, gotcha. They're cagey about the mash bill, and the Russells try not to answer any questions about it. Gotcha. So Campari just takes some stock, it sounds like.
yeah.
Oh,
Take
maybe it
three of
was
these, two of these.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, interesting. That's cool. Yeah, we don't see anything like that up here. But I'm not complaining. We got the staples down pat. Buffalo Trace, Wild Turkey 101, you know, that stuff's
That's
always on the
something
shelf.
I
So
realized looking at pictures from Whiskey Weekend this year, all the the bottle share photos and stuff. That like the bottles on the table. I don't know if I've not bought as much lately, but I don't recognize a lot of the stuff anymore because everything's newer distilleries and things,
totally.
and yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of
So
passing me by.
yeah, and I think it might be where I'm at, in if you call it your whiskey journey or whatnot. I
Hmm.
was into buying everything new to try everything. Now I'm like, nope. I know I like this. I'll grab that. I'll grab a
Right.
random like the Sagamore I grabbed. It's new to me. I haven't tried it, and I'm excited to give it a go. But for the stuff I'm pouring consistently, it's back stock of Weller 107, Wild Turkey 101, all that kind of stuff. So um yeah, I think even makers, just regular makers, I've been enjoying lately. It's a cheaperish
Wow.
bottle, you know.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to pour a heavy pour once in a while, and it's enjoyable. So
Yeah. So I'm saying you don't have to feel, you don't have to worry about replacing it. You can get more.
exactly, yeah, yeah. How do you feel? So the podcast does the Oak and Thieves thing, and if you, I'm sure everybody here watching knows this, but they just did Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye pick, I believe, one of the
Yeah.
first. So, how do you feel about all these like barrel programs and all this kind of stuff? Like ADHD whiskey has stuff that he gets, and the Bourbon Junkies. I think they're even starting their own distillery or bottle. I don't know what they're doing, but brand. And then you got the Oak and Thieves guys. How do you feel about all these like new people trying to like maneuver through the whiskey business? What do you think about
Well,
that?
I think it's nice to have access to some of those picks, but it gets to be so many different groups doing them. But my main problem is the shipping angle of it. Just
Yeah.
I think Ohio is one of the states that is harder to ship to, and it's just hard to get the bottles here. So unless you have a mule
Yeah,
or something.
I would challenge you saying we got a way worse. trying to
Oh
get
yeah.
cross border. So Andrew and I feel that. I think Andrew's got a boatload of stuff scattered across the Americas that he has to go and pick up at some point. Uh, he did get yours though. Andrew, did you crack the Maverick yet?
Yeah, I was
So
texting him this week, checking on it. He did get it. I don't know if he's tried it yet or not, though.
yeah,
I think he said he was finishing off some other bottles first.
yeah, good. Corey's gonna be out tonight. He tied one off for what was it? St. Patty's Day, I believe. Right?
Yeah, I think he had a
That's
little too much fun Friday.
Yeah, he mentioned that he went pretty hard on a couple bottles and he's taken a week to try and recover, I believe, is where he's at. So we're missing Corey, but hoping he's getting a good night's sleep so we can listen to him on the radio tomorrow.
Yeah, so I hope he's feeling better.
Oh, sweet. James is going to do some wild turkey rare breed or Four Roses small batch. Both are a solid pick.
Yeah, I love me some rare breed. And I think I'm actually out of rare breed right now too.
I just grabbed one the other day. It was scarce up here. That rare breed comes and goes up here. So when I see it, I usually grab a couple bottles at least. So I grabbed one, but Four Roses small batch I really like. Four Roses single barrel has really grown on me lately. It's been kind of consistent up here, just the 100 proof, whatever. And
Yeah, that's a good one.
I've been liking that. So
You know what I haven't tried that I need to buy is just the Russell's 10-year, the what is it, 90 proof. I've never had one of those, but we're always buying Eagle Rares. I figure I'd like to do maybe a side by side and compare it to that.
the one I've had one, and I ordered it from Alberta actually, so it shipped across country. I ordered it with a few buddies. We bought a bunch of stuff, and it was like cherry cough syrup for me, like very cherry and not bad, but for the price, by the time I got it, rare breed all day. But rare breed rye, I think I had some with you at Whiskey Weekend Batch 3, but I haven't had. I can't get that up here, and that's something that I'm really would like to get my hands on at some point. So Tommy D's here saying, "Wow, full house." I know. Sorry to disappoint, Tommy. it's the two of us.
You get the two good ones.
I had Jason's old granddad thing on the thumbnail there. We'll see if he chimes in. He's busy with some family and hanging out with that with his newest addition to the family. So maybe he'll chime in and give us some insight. But yeah, that's where we're at tonight. Tommy D, what are you drinking?
Yeah,
I feel like we want
I'm trying to make a guess.
audio response. Yeah,
he's got some sort of beer. I'm thinking for sure.
JT, did we see Nada?
What?
You're both Danny DeVito. How are we both Danny DeVito? Have you met us? We're the opposite of Danny DeVito.
You're both
How
Danny
are we
DeVito.
both DeVito? JT,
I don't know, but it feels like an insult. I don't know.
It's jokes. I mean, like both of us are quite tall, have some heft to us, I would say. I'm not sure. Is that the opposite? Need one?
Yeah, I don't know.
We need to pick one for James. So what are you picking? Rare breed or the Four Roses for James?
Oh, I'm picking the rare breed.
I agree with them. I would pick the rare breed. Pour yourself a nice glass of that and enjoy that one. Those are not even backhanded compliments. Exactly. Those that's just a slap in the face, I think, JT.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito is a treasure. Yeah, okay. he's trying to get that foot out of his mouth.
He's doing some real good
backpedaling here. Jason has an ETA, and we'll see when that is.
Come save us, Jason, before JT coos us.
Has anybody had this Sagamore Double Oak? What are your thoughts on it? Double Oak Rye for Sagamore Spirit Rye. It's good, but fresh
Hey,
crack.
well, we have a minute before Jason hops on. No one's going to care about this except for my nephew Brock. Today's his birthday, and he usually is a loyal watcher.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. So happy
Well,
birthday,
happy
buddy.
birthday, Brock.
Yeah, he's not quite legal drinking age yet, but he's getting closer.
Nice.
He has been
Yeah.
practicing. He just hadn't turned pro yet.
Is that what it is? Troy's whole family is like a must watch, right? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, you should have. He was a riot at Christmas. Let me tell you.
Oh, there. Oh, my goodness! Look at that.
Dude, like Simba.
Let's do this for a second here.
Hey, buddy.
Look
Hey, Nat.
at
Mommy. I'm working.
Old Gray got the name in there and everything. I love it.
There we go.
That's awesome.
I am in an undisclosed location in Oklahoma. And I would proud to say I still got it.
Yeah. Let's throw this guy up here.
I'll tell you, I was the baby. Oh, you look like an idiot.
She's just talking.
She's just fussing.
She wants to.
Yeah, she's part of the show.
Yeah. I got it. Get the rhythm going. I can put anybody to sleep. I could put you to sleep, Troy, if I could get you in my arms.
That would be something.
Yeah. Careful. We already had a long horn discussion. So
I'm working NAS therapy app. So she brought her laptop and I can't see you.
Oh.
There we go. All right. All right.
Absolutely. Kim, she is adorable.
This might really spike our viewership now that I'm thinking about it. This might be a ratings hit.
Yeah.
This is little Reagan Boss, but she's born on Valentine's Day, so I'm always going to call her Valentine because it's Grandpa's privilege. All right.
Awesome.
And this is your daughter, the amazing woman that birthed her.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Proud granddad right there.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
First grandchild, right?
Very first. And am I coming out too echoey? Am I good?
You're great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have been here sooner, but we flew in. We landed about 6:30. So I took my kiddos out for dinner. So it actually was really fun too because she's changed my life already. I looked in her eyes when I got here. We went to an Italian place and I bought a freaking Caesar salad for dinner. Who orders lettuce? I've never ordered lettuce.
What? Is it a side or is it an entree?
No, the whole damn thing.
Oh.
I mean, it was still Oklahoma because so they put fried chicken on top, but still.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But so the meal gets there and little baby's a fussing.
Any cheese whiz?
And I remember the days when you were young and you had to eat with one arm because your baby was fussing. And
I mean, I'm not too far removed from this.
yeah.
I still remember having to do like tag team, like Patty would eat and I'd take Andy outside and then we'd trade or something, you know.
And I got a flashback. So I saw my daughter fuss. She got spaghetti meatballs, and I was like, "Look, your dinner is hot. Mine will be cold when I get back. So just give me the baby."
Yeah.
I took the baby and walked around the restaurant while she ate, and so I've at least been useful for 20 minutes of her life.
And I'm sure you were beaming the whole time, though.
Oh, dude,
Were you stopping at random tables like, "Let me introduce you"?
I'm acting like an idiot so I don't cry. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there having all sorts kind of midlife crisis, like looking in her eyes and like changing the world in my face. And it's like,
I feel like we could go deep and emotional for this, and Troy's all in for it. Yeah. Troy's the emotional anchor of the flannel panel for sure.
I could stand to get in touch with my feelings a little bit. I've kind of lost touch with them a couple decades ago.
That's good though. You're my rock. I am the sappy one, so I'm not embarrassed to say it. But
I like it.
It was fun, and like I texted earlier. I hope I don't offend anybody watching, but we make fun of Troy about Ohio all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But after flying into Oklahoma, I officially apologize.
We,
Well, I
we did
accept your
talk about
apology.
this, and Conway's offended by Troy now for a kind of a backhanded compliment,
Oh, okay.
right?
It's
I said that was kind of a Conway compliment. It was kind of like a little bit of a backhanded compliment, but I'm still taking it because I mean I think I deserve it with my internet problems, but
Yeah.
not all Ohio's bad. I mean, we've got some bad areas, but there's some good parts.
and this was interesting. Well, honestly, because we picked an Airbnb. It was actually a really cool Airbnb, but it's in the wrong side of town. So that when I thought of that, it's like it's actually a beautiful. It's a beautiful mansion, basically, but it's in the crappy side of town, and it's all has fences with razor wire on top.
Oh
So you
wow!
can't get in.
Are
And
you
we
staying in prison?
It felt like it, but
Felt
so we
like
get the gate code, so I feel secure because we have the prison wall. But it's an old one of their old tack buildings for at their ranch.
Cool.
Oh,
So it's just been converted to a Airbnb. So
Oh, neat.
cool. So we're totally safe. We're behind a gated community, which makes me happy because I'm not used to.
So, how many flannels did you pack to take pictures with the baby? Just two?
that's a new
I
one there,
know.
right? Is that Frank the Tank?
This is the Frank the Tank. I had to wear this
Oh.
one. That's my new official favorite. I didn't think I could. Oh, and that's funny because when I bought it, I went to work and on Sunday they're pretty quiet days, and I pretty much ran old school on a loop the entire day. Just to remember it,
Nice.
and every time, never fails. Oh, thank you, man. Every
Absolutely.
time it never fails when that scene comes up. Like that's my shirt. I've almost got it memorized. I have a big day planned ahead of us. We're gonna go to Home Depot, get some flooring. I don't know, maybe
Saturday.
go to Bed Bath and Beyond if I have enough time. That's actually one of my favorite movies. So I had to buy it, and then you know what? I got three. I'll claim it because I brought a nice plaid shirt. It's not a flannel, but it's plaid, so I'll count it. I wanted to wear something. Now that I second think about it, might not have been the best decision, but I thought I'd wear a nice shirt for Conway on Sunday. So
Oh yeah, you got a heck of a week coming up.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Are you getting together, Conway?
So Sunday is Nat's birthday.
That's right.
So we got in touch with Conway. Because what we're doing, we're going to stay here through Friday, and then Saturday morning at some point we're going to drive to Kim and Mark Schwartz's house. So we're going to spend Saturday night with Kim and Mark, and then when we recover about noon, we're going to drive the rest of the way to Dallas and meet Conway. So
That's going to be awesome.
You're just spreading the Newman joy all.
I'm in it everywhere. I'm a joy spreader. What can I say?
Yeah.
Joy spreader.
Speaking of which, that's why I wasn't as responsible as, or I should say, I'm plenty of responsible enough that I brought. This was my pour for the night.
Nice.
I actually remembered I smuggled a flask of the 15-year-old Dickel store pick. See how I made that family friendly? I have a granddad.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I got the 15-year-old store pick that Conway gave us for Christmas.
Nice.
So,
What would be perfect is if you had Dickel in one hand and your horn in the other hand.
Perfect.
When I took a sip.
Perfect timing.
That's my one joke tonight. That's all I've got.
So we need you to recap last night, Jason, because
the toast. Who was filming?
We got a video of Jason, and these pours were not just little pours.
So the funny part,
some of that stuff was high proof.
All of it.
Yeah.
So it was my last day. I had to work yesterday. And the funny thing is, I had to work in another section because they were short. and that section has really crappy Wi-Fi, basically non-existent. So I was working there during the day, and then Nat, being the beautiful person that she is, I don't know if it's a national chain, but she bought crumble cookies
Oh,
for my whole crew. She door dashed 24 cookies and 30
Wow.
milks to the jail for my crew for my birthday.
nice.
And it
Those
was really
crumble
sweet.
cookies are legit.
Yeah, so they're really, it was sweet, except for, so I had to, but I was clear on the other end of the jail. I'm not exaggerating. It's at least a quarter-mile walk to get down there, or a mile, So I walked down, and I thought so in the process of walking down, I ran into the range where there was Wi-Fi, and my phone just exploded with
Oh,
all
cool.
of everybody texting and everything, and it almost made me cry in the jail, you sons of bitches.
That was the goal.
I'm hiding my phone from my lieutenant because I'm not supposed to have it. I just hear all these notifications. It felt like Boomtown in my pants.
Oh, so
I
much
have a
for
question.
family friendly. Yeah.
Do you have to carry those cookies by like all the inmates? Do they see you've got?
Oh,
That's cruel and unusual.
It was. I've told you, we have a big screen TV in our office that the inmates can see. And if they ever piss me off, I just torture them by putting it on the Food Network. But anyway, yeah,
That's a good.
it was really sweet. And so I was full of joy when I got home. And so Nat and I went to dinner. Absolutely, me too.
That'll be incredible.
So we went to dinner. We had a birthday dinner, and then on the way home, I just felt it. So I was going to do just a little thank you and do a toast, but then my son Jared, who, as a side note, might be my new media guy.
Oh yeah,
He's like, Dad, I really want to learn how to edit these videos, and I want to learn the effects. And I said, well, funny you should mention that, because I need somebody that we can actually make our Instagram legitimate. So he took the video while I was I'm still working on it. I felt like it was okay, but I had enough cocktails where my son had to drive home for dinner. And then I get down there, and I was really ambitious. I was going to do a pour for all of you. But then
you did essentially. You just poured 3 ounces per.
If I would have had 5, I would have put. Well, I was gonna, do the ones. I was gonna do one for Ty, one of his Taste of Spring picks, but then I forgot that I took him to Whiskey Weekend and killed him. So it was good.
Yeah.
Copper Sky got some cred. So yeah, so I ended up drinking one of Corey's Boomtown picks, Casey's Four Roses 120 proof picks.
Yeah. Ain't Half Bad, which is right.
Yeah, Ain't Half Bad, and then what was the last one?
Maverick.
Troy Maverick, yeah.
Yeah.
Troy's Maverick. So
speaking of which, I just kind of noticed this poster you have behind you, Ian. Is that?
Yeah.
Did you blow that up, or how did you do that?
No, it's actually the Top Gun Maverick poster.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, it's the closest I got, but yeah, I was like, oh, I'll throw that up there for Troy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So
I should go with a Sharpie and make it Maverick.
I mean, place never looked better. Looks good.
Yeah. But
good.
not only were they shots, they were in the horns.
In the horns.
Yeah.
I only had 4 horns.
And there were some hefty pours in the horns.
I made the mistake. I poured them. I was going to pour them initially and just drink it, but then I'm like, we'll do it for effect. So as I poured them, I was still suffering from stage fright. So I don't know. I just poured way too many.
Yeah.
And then I poured too much. I'm like, I can't go back. I can't.
Yeah, I say go for it.
Yeah.
He did.
And I actually watched myself. I thought it was funny. One thing I've never realized, and I know you sons of bitches never told me, I drink with a pinky out.
Oh,
I never watch myself drink. I know it's because I have fat hands and this finger doesn't reach the bottom, But I just every freaking drink with my
Not enough
pinky
room
out.
for my finger.
Exactly. I noticed every shot I had my freaking pinky out.
those are some good pours, man. That was a good
It
toast.
was really cool.
That was good.
So,
Yeah.
it was-
So I'm drinking some. Have you had this? The Sagamore Spirit Double
Not
Oak.
yet. I would like to. We don't get Sagamore in this direction.
Yeah, I just showed up here and I cracked it tonight to give it a try. It's not bad. The nose is fantastic. The palate, I'm still trying to get used to. But
I've heard lots of great things about Sagamore.
yeah,
That's
People seem to like it.
Is that Virginia or is that Maryland or Virginia?
Maryland.
I have no idea. No idea. Maryland and Indiana. So yeah.
Oh,
But, yeah.
Oh,
Ty's here.
Randall's Pub. Not sure how I ended up here, but hello, welcome.
where you been, Randall?
Welcome.
Yeah, I've been waiting for you. Jeez.
And then Magician Ty Gellenbeck. You're bougie and divine, Jason
you.
Pinky out. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ty, did you get to see old granddad in action there? Or are you gonna have to rewind that because old granddad was showing off.
Uh-oh.
We only booked the baby for 90 seconds. We
Yeah.
couldn't afford it.
You were in the shot. Oh.
Ain't that?
Oh,
What is that? Oh,
I
the
completely
podcast.
forgot about that. My
You
daughter
got gear.
podcaster. She
No way.
she signed up for the so she gets all the swag.
That's sweet. That's the nice black glass, the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a silent supporter.
Sweet.
But yeah.
So what's the plan for the rest of the trip? Besides going to see Kim and Conway.
For the week, honestly, I'm going to sit in the bullpen and wait to be called up from my baby rocking services.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna do. I even asked my daughter. I said, "I'm here for y'all, and I'm gonna just text me when you need me, or I'll be. I can be here as much or as little." And I actually have a day planned with James. I think he's watching tonight.
James is. I think he was pouring some rare breed tonight.
Yes.
He asked us whether it's Four Roses small batch or rare breed.
No,
Yeah, I wonder how that's going. If you liked our choice.
that was a it was a miscalculation on my part because I thought I was be able to just have him come on the show and say hi.
Mm.
So he made some really cool gifts for y'all,
Oh wow.
and I'll just leave it there. I'll let him. I think him and I are going to make an Instagram video, and
Oh cool. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
because the reason he's not here because I didn't realize. I don't know why. I just assumed that my daughter and her mom's houses are close, but they're like 30 minutes apart.
Oh,
I had
gotcha.
no time to go get him and come back.
Yeah.
So we're gonna meet tomorrow. We're gonna go have lunch and then raid the outlet store so I could spoil my kids and my grandkids. And then I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna try to find a fancy place for a beard trim and a straight razor shave and a haircut and get him all fancied up.
Let me just post this again. You're bougie and divine, Jason Pinky out.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ty nailed it. Yeah.
And then Friday, I think we're gonna have a dinner with the whole family.
Sweet.
So, and then
Oh, good.
I'm pretty much playing it by ear. Pretty much what I do at Whiskey Weekend without the whiskey, just eating and socializing.
Well, when you see Conway, if you could buffalo that son of a bitch, I'd appreciate it.
I've been practicing. Matter of fact, I don't know if I got buffalo today on the show. I can't remember which one I drank with. It was probably this one.
Yeah, he might tell
he would
you.
have called you out for sure.
To
Yeah.
rewind the video, like drink up.
Every one of those cocktails at my birthday dinner, I was practicing. I practiced. I even used my left hand for the video.
Yeah, that was fun.
Wow.
Jump clap. You're all about jump clapping yourself. It's fantastic.
Self-imposed jump clap.
Yeah.
I don't know if I might take my boy for a little mini bottle hunt in Oklahoma. I don't know. I'm sure I've heard Oklahoma's laws are as bad as Utah's, but I don't know.
That'd be fun.
So
That'd be
For
good.
what?
bottle hunting.
Oh,
Go find him his first. See if he can, the father son.
Yeah.
The first hunt. See if I can get him something to take home and put on a shelf.
Find him something cool. I'm sure you could. No matter what, that would just be a fun time.
Yeah,
That'd be good. Yeah,
And
for
then-
sure.
So yeah,
So, initial feelings today?
don't get me started.
Yeah, come on. Let's make him cry.
Dang it, man! I had to change the.
It's dark. We can't see your face. The tears won't show up.
Color. But no, it's weird because this whole time, even when she's born and you see pictures, it was still an ideal, I guess, a thing. But when I got here and I held her, it was real. It was totally real. And looking in her eyes, and she's got my nose. I'm happy. Everything else is fine. She got my nose. And it's a cute nose. So
there you go.
but yeah, just holding her, and it was just kind of real. And I've always had the skill. I could pretty much put any baby to sleep. We went through that a little bit, so it was nice because she was fussing, and then I picked her up, and she was out in like 8 seconds. But I told her with this frame, it's the perfect lounge chair because she's got all that cushion. So I might change my name to Barco Lounger or something.
I like old
Flannel.
Brandon.
So
I
comfortable.
like that. Yeah.
But it's so much. It's real now. And then without getting too existential, it's like, I want to see you graduate. I want to see you grow up. I've already
Oh wow.
planned everything, and then like all my kids and it stop. And then watching my daughter be such a great mother.
Oh cool. Yeah, that's an
Wait a minute, I
aspect.
dropped something.
That'd be really neat. Yeah, sure.
So yeah, so it's like I said, I've been officially in her life for 3 hours and 27 minutes, and it's been great ever since. So
That's cool, man. And you're gonna be an
3 hours to
awesome.
go, 25 years planned. So
Well,
like I said, I really honestly think she was the reason I ordered the damn salad. Because I'm like, I'm gonna get healthy and see you graduate, damn
I like that.
it.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, besides the salad, you could order some like
I mean, I'm not
steak and
this is
vegetables is
Caesar.
good
I
for
still
you
had
too.
it, so.
Okay, I have a question before we get to just the tip, and I'll try and get the tears off Jason for a second.
Mhm.
I asked my students this today. I don't know where it came from, and they thought it was kind of morbid. But if it was your last meal, so the opposite of Jason's getting salad now to keep meals going for a long time. But if you had your last meal, say it was on that day, and you got to choose that, what's it going to be? And if you're in the chat, tell me what that meal might be.
Wow.
Mine's actually weird and easy. I love meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and macaroni and cheese. Now you know
Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese.
and corn.
Okay.
I have corn in there too.
A cream corn, or just regular corn, or corn on the cob.
Corn, yeah, corn on the cob.
Okay,
and then
like a good corn with some Alabama sauce on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have Alabama sauce in Canada.
I mean, like you can make it, and we'll take it.
Hey, this new guy we've got on here, Randall's Pub, may be the smartest person in the chat.
Yep. Yeah, I can see that.
Of course he is. He signed into us.
Ohio resident here.
Well, he said it greatest
There you
state
go.
in the nation.
I'll put that up for you, Troy.
Yeah, I mean,
All right. Oh, JT. Oh, James saying ribs.
Ah,
no.
Now, beef, pork, done any way? What do you
yes,
think, James?
I do like beef ribs. I like
Yeah.
Kansas City beef ribs. I
Yeah.
think I love
Good call. Oh,
them.
oh, sorry.
No way.
That has to be see. There's that backhanded compliment.
That's not
Troy
backhand.
always
That's a forehand.
That's a left hook. JT fried catfish from this roadside stand in Southern Illinois.
Little humble brag, when we were at Whiskey Weekend, we ended up going to Husk on Sunday because we had to wait for the airplane.
Oh.
Their catfish was something to behold.
That Nat got that. Is that right?
Nat got that.
And
she said she's a catfish.
yeah, that thing looked good.
And
Yeah.
she says if it looks like a crocodile's back, you know it's right. That breading was just perfect.
What do you mean by this, Andrew? I went to Big Bob Gibson's and brought it back to
Is he
Canada.
talking about the Alabama white sauce?
Is that
or-
Alabama white sauce? Okay. I have a little diner local to me that we love, and they have a good Alabama white sauce.
I've never tried Alabama white sauce. So.
Oh,
Well, back to the humble brag. I had the pulled chicken sandwich with Alabama white sauce at Husk. So
okay. Well,
that's the
Jason,
first time I
yeah,
tried it. It was pretty tasty.
you are bougie and
No.
divine. So
As per Will, I remember him describing it, and it's basically barbecue sauce just used with mayonnaise base instead of ketchup.
I like it a
It's
lot.
all the spiciness, but you have a little more.
Yeah.
There's it's not tomatoey. It's more kind of like I'm probably offending every Southerner now, but it's kind of just like a fancy ranch.
Yep. Everybody's pissed at you right now.
Yep. Yeah,
for
you
sure.
went too far.
Yeah. James says both pork and beef and smoked ribs. He wants smoked ribs.
Are you offering, James? I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
I did just buy some short ribs. I need to smoke here once the weather warms up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I immediately appreciate. It's still winter in Utah. We left, it was 40 degrees and raining.
Yeah, same
We
here.
had 3 inches of snow 2 days ago on the front porch.
Yeah.
And I get here and it's 70 degrees and windy.
We've been getting some sunshine, so it makes me think it's nice. So I'll try to go outside, and it's still too cold to be out for very long. It's kind
Yeah.
of fools you.
Not here. It's actually a little bit muggy. I never thought I'd say 72 degrees is warm, but it was perfect.
It is.
It was
Yeah.
just perfect. I got off the plane. It was nice and sweltering. And but the last 2 flights we left snow at Whiskey Weekend, and we left 40 and raining. So we picked good times to leave.
No kidding. No kidding. Troy, what's the
Yes,
meal?
sir. Well, see, I don't feel like I have anything fancy enough, but I'm probably a simple guy. Maybe like like a ribeye steak or possibly prime rib and
Tomahawk steak. Go big.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Tomahawk. I love those.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a baked potato guy, so I would probably go with French fries.
Okay.
Yeah.
So steak frites, is that what that is?
Oh yeah.
Steak
Or-
frites. Yeah.
There's certain dishes that I'm nuts about too. Like I could go for some I just spaced out. I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't think of what I'm
It's got
What are the-
noodles in it, doesn't it?
like a nice plate of poutine from up
Oh,
some gravy. Anything with gravy on it goes a long ways with me.
And I don't disagree. You know what I should have done just to get a reaction out of Ty is that my last meal would be a full Thanksgiving spread.
Oh, yeah, that would piss off
Yeah.
Ty for sure.
Oh,
That's the best
Yeah.
meal on the planet.
speaking of Thanksgiving, Patty made for dinner tonight. She made like pot pies, like 2 full-size pie dishes.
Mhm.
We had leftover turkey from Thanksgiving that she got out of the freezer and made
Oh, that's
full-fledged
the best.
pot pies. They were
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
Especially
excited.
leftover turkey. Turkey gets better the longer it lingers.
And it
Yeah,
felt good not throwing
Yeah.
it away. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think my meal would be pizza right now. I'm on this
Wow.
not just like store-bought junk, but like a fresh made like fire wood-fired roasted pizza or whatever it is, like those,
So
fancy
on the
ones. I'm
spot,
trying to
what
be
kind of
bougie
pizza?
and divine like you, Jason, but
Oh, so you like the Sicilian type?
yeah, I like the real deal.
I'm a
Yeah.
New York floppy style pizza. I like
Oh,
big floppy, oily cheese pizza. That
I mean, I don't discriminate when it comes to pizza, but
I was biased.
I tried twice in the last month to make like a pan pizza, like a cast iron skillet, try to get that
yeah.
fried dough thing, and neither one of them really turned out the way I was hoping. So that was kind of a fail.
Yeah, that wood fire oven where they like chuck it in, you see the wood in there all on fire, and then this big cast whatever clay thing.
Yeah.
That's what I like right now. Maybe that's what I want because it associates with summertime for me. But
We
yeah.
just got a new place in town that makes the Detroit style.
Well, that's what JT's just saying. Detroit
Oh, yeah.
style's really
Okay.
What
the
is Detroit
Detroit
style? What does that
style?
mean?
We got a brand new place by the house. It's a little mom and pop shop. It is actually really good. So Detroit style is like a square pizza,
Okay.
similar like a pizza, but they also put it's a thicker crust, not
Mhm.
quite as thick as Chicago style, but it's a little thicker crust. It's square. They put all the toppings, but the finishing with dollops of sauce, tomato sauce on top.
Oh, I
It's
see.
really saucy and really it's
Oh,
pretty good.
interesting.
I will not refute
I'm a
JT's.
big fan of pizza.
Now I'm
Yeah.
getting hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza or that
We had this conversation after I chose the Caesar salad for dinner. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, my students are like, "Why are you talking about your last meal?" It's like, "Nah,
It's
I'm
just
hungry. I'm hungry." Yeah,
Yeah, Patty's show. We always call it like our death row meal.
yeah.
But hers is a local pizza.
Really
Yeah, that's what she always picks.
interesting. Yeah, pizza's on the like a tomahawk steak is right up there too.
Yeah.
But on this pizza thing, we did a chef in the woods. I'm not sure if I mentioned it to you guys. My wife booked this, and one of my friends' neighbor down the street had a birthday, 40-year-old birthday. So it's the chef in the woods thing you can book. It was pretty pricey, but it's like a 9-course meal paired with whiskey and beer and mead and this kind of stuff. But it's out in the woods, so it was like -5, snowing. We're outside in the woods, and I was like, this is gonna either really suck or be awesome, and it was incredible. And that's where the pizza was. And he cooks it on a skillet on a fire. And this was like a truffle kind of whatever pizza. It was delicious. And then tomahawk steak was in there and all this fancy stuff, and it was really cool. So that got the pizza bug in me after I had that thing. So, but the only thing I didn't like about this chef in the woods is they're driving this like John Deere to get to the place. They made us walk. I'm like, at least we're paying like premium for this. Like, shuttle us to the chef in the woods. Like, why are we walking?
It's genius. They get you walking, they get you starving, and then they feed anything. It's going to be the best thing you've ever eaten.
For an extra $50, we'll take you back to your car.
I mean, like, I could have parked. And the funny thing is, I know the area really well, so I could have parked on the street that it kind of like backs onto and just walked across the creek to get there, and it would have taken 2 seconds. But he made us walk all the way through the farmer's field to get to this chef in the bush. But yeah, anyways, it was a fun experience, and I would like to go back minus the walk. So, fellas, it's been 58 minutes, and I didn't know we'd be able to make it or not, but it's time for just the tips.
Nice. That's the best part.
Is it?
Mm-mm.
No,
but I do have one tonight.
What is that?
Okay, so I watch a lot of YouTube, more than I should, but it's bourbon night. Chad and Sarah are doing a cool thing right now. They're doing 64 bourbons under $100, like a March Madness bracket.
Yeah,
and they've got, I don't know if you've seen any of it yet, but they've got the 4 brackets are all price ranges. So like under, I think it starts like under $25. And,
yeah, I think they're $25 increments.
And then 50, 75 and up to 100 or something. But it looks like it's going to be pretty good. And I don't know if they're going to show every matchup. Like the first matchup they showed was just like a little 60-second, I don't know what the little videos are called on YouTube, like a short. And so I won't tell you who won, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's gonna be a lot of content. I don't know how much they're gonna put on, but it's gonna be pretty interesting.
Yeah, cool. That and they just hit 100K
Yeah, that was really cool.
subs.
Yeah.
We were in the room when it happened. It was awesome.
That's cool.
We
Yeah,
were. It was hilarious because it's like 11:30. They're at what? They needed like 20 followers to get there, 20 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody jumps on their phone and start texting their friends saying, "Subscribe to this."
That's awesome.
My kids and said, "Hey, do me a favor, go subscribe to this channel." And all of a sudden, so like there was like a few minute lull, and then it went from what? Like it jumped like 30 subscribers. So they went
over
100K.
Awesome. That's so cool.
And watching how excited they were. I mean, legitimate. And of course, that was a byproduct. They cracked that WLW.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'd subscribe for that.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Jason, what's the tip of the week?
Let me think. Okay, I have one. It's kind of, I've been spilling emotions. This is a good time for one. So it's pretty simple. I saw this, it's a music video, and it's a singer, a UK singer named Ren, R-E-N.
Okay.
And he does this song called Hi Ren. Just Hi R-E-N. And all it is him playing guitar, singing and rapping, to confronting himself. Because since the age of 17, he has had severe mental illness, delusions and dissociations, and this literally talking to the voice in his head. First of all, it's probably the most powerful musically. It's not even a video. It's not even music. It's like this powerful work of art. And it sounds kind of weird, but all it is him and a guitar, literally sitting in a hospital gown in a wheelchair. And the way he even changes his cadences between voices. And these are actual conversations that he's had in his head. And it's just so powerful. I think everybody needs to watch it at least once, because at the end he talks about dealing with mental illness and his secrets and things that he's discovered. And it's probably maybe like 5 minutes long, but it's 5 minutes everybody should watch.
Cool.
Because it is, I mean, I had chills. And I can't even, like I said, it's not even, to call it a music video is underselling it. And if you know anyone that's dealt with mental illness, it'll knock you on the ground. It's absolutely beautiful. So there's that.
And post that on Instagram too. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. And I'll definitely check that out. I'm interested. And I feel for Corey, we have to say Zach Bryant. Anyways.
I hate Ticketmaster.
Exactly. No, mine is Lego. And it's not like Let Go. It's actually Lego, like the children's toy. Andrew West is a big Lego guy, and I've recently got a couple Star Wars things. And Corey did that huge thing for Eric, the big Millennium Falcon, and he talked about that a while ago. But just Lego building something on Lego is just kind of mind numbing and nice. And you just said mental health and.
Oh yeah.
You know, depending on where you're at in life, sometimes you just need a break. And you know, Troy, you said you watch a lot of YouTube. I do too, but I've kind of shut that off, and you just kind of focus on the Lego. It's been nice. So, and then you see the product after, which is kind of cool. So, check out some Lego, you know, if you want to. But I have a student who does like the huge cars. He buys like the $400 cars, which has like a transmission that works and all that stuff. I'm not saying that's a little excessive, but yeah, just the little like things here and there. I've been doing with my daughter a bit, and she's awesome. And my oldest daughter, I think she's got a bit of ADHD. She's kind of focuses on her friend sometimes, but she gets Lego in front of her, and my goodness, Like she's precise, everything's perfect, and it's really cool to watch. So, yeah,
That's very cool.
it's pretty. Oh, Conway, love Lego. My kids get me a big car. He gets the big car too. Man, you props to you because that's a lot of pieces. So,
Yeah.
that's
I really
really
feel
cool.
like we just need to have Conway on here with us.
He just
Yeah,
needs to be a member. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, why don't you just log in? He gets the link. You just log in, buddy.
Because we would gain a cast member, but we would lose 25% of our audience.
Yeah, but
and
I
the
would
chat.
follow him.
No, Conway's always invited. He knows that, but whenever he wants to jump on, he can.
I
I'm glad to see it.
reconnected with my brother actually, which he has a new grandbaby too, so that was part of it. But before that, we had an event and we hadn't talked. My family, we love each other, but we don't get together a lot. So I had a chance to get together with him, and I found that out that he's almost embarrassed to tell me that he's totally into Legos.
Oh, cool.
And he's this big programmer. He's a server manager, and
Yeah.
we started talking about Legos. And I have so many hobbies, as we know, but so I was really excited for him. And he was talking about how he showed me a picture of his office. He loves the Ninjago series. So he has all the
that's cool.
and all the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So just for fun, I bought him a big Viking Village Lego set.
No way.
Viking Longship, and I sent it to his house. So
Oh, cool.
he says, "Oh, that's so cool. I can't take that." I said, "Just name the little bearded Lego after me and put him in the front of the ship, and we'll call it even." So
that's crazy.
really cool.
And to go off something Corey said last week, if you watch Ted Lasso and what he does with his kid with Lego, hit me pretty hard this week. I'm not going to say what it is because I want you to go watch it, but yeah, that hit pretty hard, and just the little subtleties of Ted Lasso. What a good show.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
So I think that's about it. We did it almost an hour 10, Troy. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
When we
I can't
started,
believe it because
Troy was like, "This is going to be 5 minutes long. This is going to not go too far."
I'm so glad you stalled for me. So
well, we were going to make that happen because
Yeah.
the little bundle of joy
oh my
was
goodness.
definitely making it on the show.
And the baby.
Oh, yes. I forgot
was
about the
cool,
baby.
too.
Yeah, that bundle of in the Frank the Tank flannel.
It's our first baby appearance on the flannel panel. So yeah,
Yeah, we better
All
get
new
some views.
demographic.
Yeah, we better get some views.
Yeah. I've been start working on it.
Well, Jason, I hope you have a fantastic week.
Thank
You're
you.
going to see a lot of our faithful followers in
Yeah.
the next few days, and make sure you cheers for us to them.
Absolutely.
And until next week, Jason.
Stay buttoned up.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Have a great
See ya.
week. Oh, I forgot to hit end.